I'm back. And so is the way we must go, is back.
Edith's side was always easier for me to understand.
As in this way. Backwards.
But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
You see, that was the ones we saw already, and
Her
these
dad
are the ones we
strict
will
that
see.
It wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Isn't that neat?
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Kumar. That's not Finch. That's not the same last name.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
So you can look down at any point in the game, and you can see your big belly. Big pregnant belly. And she's always talking about how she wants this other person of the family to know about the family. At least she's talked a little bit about that. So there you go. Foreshadowing. Hello?
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Ladders must work like ladders, or else they are unladders.
They were
I
pretty
suppose.
intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Radio, what's new? Radio, we still love you.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
What is the thing that I must take picture of? Bird, perhaps?
Aw.
Mini bird. Director, give me directions. Those trees are just 2D. I can see it from here. Why have you given me 2D, dear? Or trees. Not deer, trees.
Nothing quite like being outside.
Huh? What?
Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
surviving in this family is like surviving the Emmy from Metroid Dread.
Don, don't you think you
It's
could
impossible.
find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don.
Oh dear.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Was that not good enough?
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Don! I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Oh, here I go. Here I go with my run cycles. It's the first time I'm not in first person.
Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
I made my kid cry. Yay.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so-
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about—
Dad!
I like how sudden that one is. You
Of all
just
these
can't expect it.
stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Marines, and yet a deer killed him.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
The camera just violently takes control away from me to see the subtitles. Airplane. Is there a ladder somewhere I must climb? A higher height I must reach. Door. Of course. There's always another door. Meal. Meal food? Food meals? Why food meals in here?
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Baby. Baby time. 1-year-old. Big tragedy.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
I get to play with Froggy. What do you get to do today? Frog gets to jump. Yes. And now I am Frog.
Back time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Let me play.
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
I don't know if babies are this imaginative, but sure. Why not?
It reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw.
Yeah. Let's drown the child. Yeah.
It sure made him happy.
No. Whale. Thank you, whale. But I do not need you, whale. Get out of here. You're messing up our thing. More water, more water.
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe
Aw,
if I hadn't
man.
called that night.
Damn it.
I wish you could have told me.
Ha ha ha. I'm the master of my destiny. And my death. My destiny.
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything.
Me frog baby. Me happy.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Ooh. Now I go down the drain.
And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
The most fun baby drowning ever. Don't leave them children in the bath alone. Or rather, babies.
I can't
You
imagine
know
my
what I
mom
mean.
writing poetry and yet
Baby children.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Look at all these silly, fancy people. I get to make the
My father
subtitles
made him
now.
come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Woo!
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. To make his bride.
On your wedding day. The kid dies on your wedding day, of course. How else could it be? Where's my subtitles? Where are they? There they are. Don't hide from me.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to
Come here.
But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
No, don't do that. It's rude.
The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Yeah, I'm the storm.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
I'm the Katamari.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
Meanwhile, the child is being picked up by the storm outside. Where's my subtitles? Where are they? Show me.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Got crushed by a tent.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
As you can see, he had the rebel hairstyle of only rebels. And weird people.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Father.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. I wonder if there is a connection to be made.
I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Daniel, Lewis Yule, Milton Yule,
See kids in
and
the house
Edith
again.
Yule.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Man, you should just repurpose the rooms in your house, probably. You don't have to go up all this way.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
I know a lot of this is just like not being able to move on, but you know, you should eventually. So Edith was learning all about the whole family. Meanwhile, this guy was
But it didn't last.
just saying I rule.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Nice castle. If this were a real house, I would move in immediately. Just saying. I would love to have grown up here, but it would be a death trap, definitely. But shockingly, a lot of the deaths are not due to the house.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
I think at least one should be, because the house was so weirdly made. Paint man, show me your paint skill.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Very nice. But what's the death? How did he die?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Okay, just disappeared. No actual death, just disappeared. Hello, rope. Only that one side of the rope. Mm-hmm.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Well, I suppose
Whatever
disappearances
Milton
do
had found in the
happen.
house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
I like how this game is designed so that when you go back, you see the other path you can take.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
What an exciting job. Factory jobs are never exciting. Don't get one. That's my advice to you. They're both not exciting, and they take a lot of wear on you.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar.
Mm-hmm.
That part of him lived on.
Smelled her. Smelled. Like that smell? Fireweed Road. I wonder where they got that from.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved.
So, with this, I'm controlling the left side with the, like, WASD and the right side with the mouse.
And toads.
So it's neat. You have to, like, keep up with it on both ends.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
And the right
Took it
side
very seriously.
affects the left side.
I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. He said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him.
And as you go on, the daydream takes up more and more of the space.
It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Factory jobs really are like this, by the way. You just... It's so soulless. You have to keep your mind on something else while you do it. And then eventually you're so lost in your thoughts that it's like, wait, what was I doing?
On the edge of the city, he named Lewis Hope. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play.
Now you might think he'll cut off his hand eventually, because he'll just
He talked about
get like
starting a
careless.
band.
Something like that will happen, but not quite that.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him. But all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor, and he won.
Who could have seen that one coming?
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
And for mayor,
It
not for
became a game
king.
for him.
I love how elaborate this one
Conquer a city, then immediately push on.
scene is. Because this is all one scene.
New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Now he's just too lost in his own illusions.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen.
Odd descriptions.
The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents.
I feel like we're going the manly route, like he likes the women and he wants to defeat the devilish serpent people. Or whatever they are. Big serpent.
He followed the sound of her silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Now it's the whole screen.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Man. And then it just hits you that this is your reality and not that one. Imagine it throws a fish at me right here. Maybe all that weed went to his head, do you think? Or that playing of Nintendo Switch games. Or at least at that point I think it was the Wii U.
He began to forget the world we know.
Think of how huge this
I
factory
think
is
it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker.
compared to how tiny and little we are as one singular person. There could be people at all of these stations, and then there's just you at your one station out of all of these.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
There we are. And there's that choppy thing. Just big enough to fit a whole person through, probably.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting me.
As you can see, there's a guillotine up there.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
And that's a fish up there. So yeah, Lewis was not having a good time in his head. Factories are not good places.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
So now that leaves like one or two people. That part of the game is so strong that they put it on the store page. Which I'm just like, man, why are you spoiling the best part of the game? I mean, you should put your best foot forward and all that, but I think that's a bit too far.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Which way are we going here? Up?
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
That's a lot of newspapers. The missing little one. Looks like Dawn was a published author, but
My mom
maybe
ended
didn't
up
sell
leaving
well.
everything behind.
I know what that's like too. Happy 90th birthday. Well, how did she live so
What happened
long?
that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
This is such a cool room. Just at the top of the very top of the keep, if you will. And then just this tiny little living space. You're hidden away from the world, and yet you can see the whole world.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, You know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
I think that's a bit of a simplistic view, that if you tell a story, that means your child is dead. I think there were a bit other factors in here, like bad parenting.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Actually, I feel like that was a lot of it, was bad parenting. And then depression sometimes, and then accidental deaths.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
Hold on, I have to go away for a moment. Which means this will be the second to last part.